What's going on, y'all? You're back. I'm your host, Paco, and you're listening to Occupy the Media. I want to thank everyone who's listening, everyone in the chat room. Great feedback, great questions. We definitely appreciate it. One thing I want to say is we're going to go ahead and make this clear now that we're going to have Steve on every Wednesday, 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Time, unless something happens out of our control, 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday, and I believe we're also going to do Ron Paul Tribune every Wednesday at 6 p.m. as well. I'm pretty sure they'll be okay with that. And so if you guys want to stay tuned to what's going on with these conventions, Steve to give us his feedback on the conventions that are going on, that would be great. Now, real quick, Steve, one thing I wanted to ask you is there's a website out that's trying to give the real delegate count. One, have you seen that, the real 2012 delegate count? And two, if you have, what do you think about the numbers they're reporting?
Well, I mean, people have tried to give estimates about that. I want to get to that in a second because I want to mention something, Paco. What is Tracy's show and time? I'm going to be on her show tomorrow, and she asked me to announce it, and I don't remember what her website is.
I'll post it on Ron Paul Tribune so someone could tell me.
Okay. All right. To answer your question, there have been a lot of estimates about getting delegate counts, but it's pretty impossible to even tell. I mean, we can get close, like looking at Nevada and Maine and some of those territories where we're pretty sure. But we got to keep in mind there's a lot of conventions that haven't even taken place yet. We still have states that haven't even voted in a primary. So there's a lot of dynamics that go into determining how many delegates we're going to have by the time this plays out. But if the trend continues, and we continue to pick up delegates like we have in, Massachusetts and Nevada and some of the other states, Louisiana and Colorado and the rest of them, we're going to be a huge force when we get there. I mean, all we really need is to pick up those types of majorities, folks, in about 20 states, and we've got this thing locked down.
So some people were asking in the chat, they were wondering how you feel about it, how you feel about the chances of us winning this thing.
Well, I think we have a very good chance. I mean, if you look at where we were at 4 years ago, okay, when I first started teaching people about delegates, our numbers were really paltry. Okay, but now we've made leaps and bounds. I mean, did anybody ever think that we would take over the entire Republican Party in the state of Nevada? Did anybody think that 4 years ago? I bet it didn't even cross anybody's mind, or they even thought that it was possible. So something has changed, okay? The enthusiasm, I said this the other night when I kind of first met you guys about a week ago in Ron Paul Tribune. I look at all these young faces, and sometimes it brings a tear in my eye because this enthusiasm from you young kids, and I don't mean kids in a derogatory term. You're all kids to me. I'm an old guy. But to see this enthusiasm and seeing young people talking about the Federal Reserve and the gold standard and the Constitution it's so inspiring and encouraging to me because I know that we do have some hope for the future of this country if you young people stay involved, become educated, and get involved in this process. We can make some real changes.
Hey, now, Steve, the website is Liberty Chat. For Tracy, it's libertychat.com. Okay.
I'm going to be on Tracy's show tomorrow, and she's also going to have the former producer for Freedom Watch on the show as well. Do you know what time her show is?
I want to say it's at night 6 or 7 around that time, ain't it?
Yeah, I cannot remember. I guess I better get my stuff straight.
That's okay.
If somebody can tell us what time the show actually is, but libertychat.com should have it posted. So that's libertychat.com. I'll be on Tracy's show tomorrow. It'll be a little bit of a shorter interview, but we're going to get into some legalities of certain things. And she's going to have the former producer of Freedom Watch on the show as well tomorrow night. And I hope that you folks actually join in.
Okay, Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. That's what Chris just said.
Okay, then I'll be there tomorrow at 9 p.m.
Eastern Time, yep. So you guys definitely want to make sure you tune in. So, yeah, we still got a few more minutes before the break. Let me see if we got any questions in here. Who decides and when if Arizona will seat all delegates? Someone just
Well, again, that depends on the bylaws and if they've even contested what actually occurred in Arizona. I don't have any of that information to even know what they've decided to do or if they've done anything at all. And I could this because this was just a rumor, but I had actually heard that instead of continuing the convention, the people in the parking lot left and said, let's go to the bar. I got to tell you, if that's the truth, folks, that's the wrong damn answer. We're not going to accomplish anything going out partying when we just got our asses kicked. We've got to understand these rules, okay, and continue down the road that we've chosen to be on, okay? If we do not get involved and we don't finish and finalize and follow through at these conventions, we will have no shot at Ron Paul becoming the nominee. So again, that was just a rumor that I heard. I don't like rumors. If anybody can confirm any differently or can actually confirm it, all I'm saying is if that's what some of you folks did in Arizona, then shame on you, because that does not help us.
Yeah, well, anyone from Arizona, Oklahoma, any of these conventions going on that have information that we need or that isn't out there yet, please let them know or please get them to come on the show. You can contact me on Facebook, Paco, Elijah. I'm pretty sure Steve doesn't mind if you contact him on Facebook. It's just Steve Parent, right?
Yeah.
Yep, so if you can contact us, come on the show. I'll get both people on the show. We can have you on there as well and talk to multiple people here. But, yeah, I'll see if they got anything else. Could we talk a little bit more about electors?
Well, yeah, it depends on what they want to know. Are they specific?
How similar is it to the delegate process?
Well, it's kind of similar. I mean, we talked about this a little earlier. I mean, it varies, based on the states. But, the two common ways that someone becomes an elector to the Electoral College is they nominate the electors at their state party convention, or they could vote for them at the party's central committee in each state. And again, you have to be state-specific on how the electors are chosen and elected. But if we have the opportunity to become electors, that's a great opportunity for us to actually have some control. Every single person here should try to become a precinct committee person. They hold a whole lot of power, and in some states, if you become a precinct committee person, you're automatically a delegate. So there's a lot of things that we need to look at the local level to be effective here. And, we're trying to go to the moon on a bicycle in some cases. And for those of you just tuning in that may have a sour taste in your mouth, who is this guy? Why should I listen to him? I don't want you to take my word for it. All the information I'm talking about is easily ascertainable by anyone. Just go and read it for yourself, confirm it, so there's no doubt in your mind that what I said to you is 100% correct. You need to know for yourself. If you're just going to blindly listen to people, you're going to leave yourselves wide open to be disappointed or penalized. So just go and confirm it for yourself. Now, if any of you want to get some bylaws, go to delegatetraining.com. That is delegatetraining.com. Scroll down to where it says bylaws/party rule, and we have 49 of the 50 states in that link. The only one that we're missing right now is Delaware. We're trying to get it. We haven't been able to obtain it. But we have 49 of the 50 states' bylaws there for everyone to take a look at and read for themselves based on their states.
Yes, and if you do have any questions for Steve, please join us at ronpaultribune.com because Steve will speak with anyone that has a question, anyone that might disagree. Steve will definitely speak with you on ronpaultribune.com. If you scroll down and click on the voice chat, he's there all the time, taking questions, doing mock conventions. So, yes, it's something that we all need to do. And once we start reading the bylaws, if we continue to have questions, it's good to have a parliamentarian that we can come to and ask, pretty much any day. And like you were saying earlier, Steve, this would cost us what? You said $75 to $100, $200 an hour to have someone answer these questions for you. And we have someone, a Ron Paul supporter, willing to give it to us for free. So I think we definitely need to take advantage of that. Now we're coming up to our last break. We're going to come back and finish up the show. I'm Paco, your host. You're listening to Occupy the Media. We'll be right back.